And our top story today, the ANC in Mpumalanga province may have been weakened by the recent infighting, which saw some of its members join other political parties. Our SA Decides team is at the small village of Pinar in Mbombela, with some of the smaller parties hoping to give the ANC a run for their money. Our reporter Sindisiwe Twala comes to us now live from Mbombela. Very good morning to you, Sindisiwe. Talk to us about how the ANC voters are deflecting from their party and apparently joining other parties as a sign of disenchantment.
A very good morning to you, Audrey, and the viewers at home. Yes, we're in Pinar, soon to be Ward 40 after the local government election come August 3rd. We're with the different political parties also contesting for this particular ward and basically for Mbombela as well as Umjindi, because it's soon going to be merged into one municipality after August 3rd. We have political parties such as the African National Congress currently governing. We also have Riaosa, the EFF and the Democratic Alliance, as well as the APC. Also going to be speaking to us about the strikes that have been happening and what they plan to do should they be elected in this ward and different parts. With me, I have councillor candidates, but I also have political parties governing the entire area, as well as different other political parties hoping to be governing in this area. I'm going to speak to Mr. Mandla Msibi from the African National Congress, who's going to be telling us exactly how they're going to fight off other political parties in this area for this ward. A very good morning to you. Could you please tell us what the African National Congress will do in this ward to retain it?
Okay, thanks very much for the opportunity. Good morning, everybody. The ANC has got a program. We are not going to invent anything new. We are going to proceed with our program of inequality and underdevelopment. So there's nothing new we're going to bring. We're going to proceed where we are proceeding currently because we're in government. So there's nothing new we're bringing in this world.
The African National Congress basically holding firm, saying that nothing different is going to change. They're just going to keep governing the very same way. But I'm going to move to a gentleman on the side from a new political party called Riaosa. Mr. Rashid, he's the president of the political party. Tell us, we see people here with posters in support of you coming out in numbers. What exactly have you promised the people should you guys win this particular ward?
Thank you very much, and to greet your listeners. As the Residents Association of South Africa, we sat down and came up with a plan which will make the residents or inhabitants their own champions of their own development. What we plan to do, because we have seen about 4 evils that are taking place. One of them is lack of water, lack of roads, no infrastructure, and the issues of crime. We say we have a plan for water. We have a very comprehensive plan of how we're going to ensure that there's uninterrupted water supply. We're going to, in terms of crime, we're going to ensure that we strengthen the structures, safety structures that are there, in terms of just putting a little bit of spice and saying instead of having your safety monitors, get them remunerated as safety monitors so that you encourage them to be good citizens and guard crime. In terms of road, we're saying we're not going to put tar roads, but we must have alternative to tar. One of the alternative to tar is paving of the roads. We want to ensure, in our manifesto, we also indicated, we want to ensure that every year 15 kilometers of roads will be paved in all the villages around.
Confident president of a new political party in the area who's basically confident going into the local government elections. But I'm going to be speaking to a fighter, the EFF, Sfiso Kumeto, who's going to be telling us there's strikes that have been happening in the area, what they're going to do differently in order to avoid such from happening in the future. A very good morning to you. Could you tell us what exactly is the EFF going to do in this particular ward, and should they win the entire Mbombela differently from the African National Congress?
Firstly, let me say a very good morning to you and the viewers. As the EFF, we have a plan. So the municipalities will be the people-centered. So everything will be about the people. So it will be giving the people what they want. So that's what we are planning to do. Everything what we are going to do will be about the people. So we are going to create a people municipality so that we are able to meet the need of the people in terms of service delivery. Thank you.
Moving on to another political party, the APC, Gugustole. A very warm welcome to you. You've heard other political parties canvassing and wanting to win this ward. What exactly are you guys going to do differently?
Okay, sizoyenza okuningi okuhlukile ngoba iAPC ngiyibonile mina ukuthi isebenza kanjani kusukisela tukwe ANC uma uZuma wafikela indaba yokuthi yena abantu basemaplazini abathole i150 rand for a day but kusukisela kwanyalo kude lokwendekile kusukisela thina sibantu laba sisebenza emaplazini but iAPC ngiyabona ukuthi into khona kusita tukwenza bayokuthi sisitakale kusukisela sakhishwa 2013 until namuhla impendulo kude kusukisela sihleli ukuthi kwendekani asiboni lutho tukwe ANC.
She basically, instead of canvassing, is pointing fingers at what the African National Congress has been doing wrong in the past. She mentions that farm dwellers are still not living in good conditions and so forth. But should they govern, maybe that's their manifesto going forward. But I also have Mr. William Sithole on my side from the Democratic Alliance, the last political party I'm going to speak to, who's going to be giving us his point of view. What exactly are you guys going to do differently in order to win and in order to retain this ward?
Good morning, guys. I think the major thing, in fact, more especially the crisis Pinari has, is the fact that this place has not been changed for the past 23 years, ever since the ANC took over. And the most important thing, in fact, that we're talking of basic things like sanitation, water. Those are the things I think the Democratic Alliance is looking at in terms, if, for instance, these people of the public could vote for the DA, because those are the major things. There hasn't been any changes. And for instance, if you pretty much looked wherever we came out from the main road to over this place, there isn't any proper road which supposed to have been done all long years or whatsoever. So then as a Democratic Alliance, the major thing is that we have to, in fact, try to improve the lives for these young people who are living in these areas, because there is no jobs and then there is absolutely nothing being done of these young people. You probably could look over them over here. Most of them are supposed to be at university, they're supposed to be at work, so they're not working up to now. So then as the Democratic Alliance, we're looking to change all those kind of things, more especially for the young people in this country.
As you have heard, different political parties, old and new, basically promising people different things should they govern in this ward and in Mbombela as a whole. Back to you in studio, Audrey.